Okay, so this is a quick little tutorial on how to use an old school balance. And so we can see here first we've got this scale that goes in the hundreds, and then we've got the tens, we've got the ones, and then we've got the tenths place. But really, we've got little tiny tick marks in here that actually will take us not just to the tenths, but to the hundreds place. And in addition to that, remember the significant digits are all the digits precisely known plus one estimated digit. So if I just move my little marker over to the side there, then this would be 0.3. Well, then I know that it definitely passes the 0.36 mark. So there's my 0.36 mark. And then it goes one digit beyond, and I'm going to say 0.369. And so now we can go all the way to the thousands place. So we've got our tenths, we've got our hundreds that we know for sure, we're not estimating that. And then we have one digit beyond, which is in this empty little space here in the middle. So that would be our estimated digit. Let me just show you how this works. Let's just try to get the mass of a beaker here. And so I'm going to put the beaker on. And to start, we see that it actually lines up at the 0 mark. So that's where we started. I'm going to put the beaker on, and I always go by halves. And so what I'm going to do is I'm first going to shift over to the 100 to see. And you can kind of estimate like what you think it is, but that is too much. So let's come back. I'm going to go halfway here to the 50 and see what happens. That's usually the fastest way. Oh, well, that's too much. So let's come back to the 30 and see what happens there. Oh, not enough. That went up to the top. So let's add a little bit more. Let's go to the 40. Okay, so I know it's between 40 and 50 because 50 takes it down to the bottom, but 40 we still need to add more to. So let's go to the midpoint and let's go to the 5. Oh, not enough. So let's go over to the other side to the 9. Okay, well that goes up to the top, not enough again, which means now if I took it to the 10, that's making it 50 again, so that's too much. So let's bring it back to the 9. And now I know I need to shift this little marker here. And so let's go halfway. Not enough. Let's keep on going. Let's go to like the 0.8 mark and see what happens there. Okay, so now we need to bring it back a little bit. That's too much. So let's bring it back to the 0.7 mark and see what happens there. And you basically keep on playing with it here until you get these two to line up with each other. So you can see that I'm not exactly there just yet, but you get the idea. So let's say that I got it to line up and it were right about here. Okay, so it looks like we're just about there on the tick marks. So then I would come over and you basically just run right through from the top to the bottom. So it's 49 points. And then I would take a look over here and say 0.6, and then it looks like 0.67, I'm sorry, 0.6, let's straighten this out, 0.664 would be good. So 49.664, and that's how you would basically use an old school balance.